Hey Cavs, how's it going? In the booth is John Mendoza, and today I'm here to talk to you about payrolls. I'm buried in paper because today the topic is very interesting. The first thing we're going to do is tell you that a booklet can be any size. This one I'm holding, for example, is size A6, which is one of the smallest sizes. It's very useful for job reports, especially for very specific and small tasks, where information is simply collected and a copy is given to the client, and you can keep one or not. Obviously, the main feature of a calendar is that it is self-governing. That is, everything you write on the first page should also be visible on the following or next page. Pages that have the same booklet as such. Another standard size could be A5 size or half letter as well. Obviously, this is A6 and this is A5 size. Size 5 is quite a bit larger. Of course, it lets in a lot more information and is very practical to use because it's not as small as 6 and it's not as big as the 4. What's the A4, John? Well, this is the A4 size. This one I'm showing you the size of a standard sheet of paper, and that it also worked for, of course, writing. Everything we need to write. It's used when the information we're going to gather is a lot. The important features of a booklet. First, obviously, as I mentioned, you should be able to write on the first page and have it copied onto the following pages. This, for example, is one of our receipt books. We're going to give you a trial. This particular book is a quotation book. Okay? And let's see how it works. Here, once I write anything on the first page, automatically, of course, it goes in the second. That's what it's about. It's the main feature of a calendar. From there, what other features can a calendar have? Well, it's also important to mention the L size, which is a very practical size. It's a type of receipt that comes in very handy. An important feature of our ticket books. All our ticket books have a flap, so it can then be inserted in the middle of the para po asa tatlo, so that the original and copies can insert the flap, and when you write, it doesn't transfer to the other copies. Things that happen on some occasions with other types of booklets that may be on the market at a time, given. It's very important it has an overlapping flap, okay? And this flap comes here, and it looks like this. Honestly, it's quite useful, very practical. Then, it obviously has a colored sheet here that we love to play with. With the colors here in the print shop, this one in particular, it's boom, quite striking. This one is beige. You already saw that this is a strong yellow. Any color we can use within what is a receipt book. More features of a receipt book, it usually has 50 sets. What is a set? A set is defined as an original and or 2 copies depending on the case. All our notepads usually have 50 sets, so you can make up to 50 parts. 50 men, 50 budgets, 50 receipts, 50 invoices, whatever you need. More features of Ultarona, which means that it necessarily involves a decrease so that it can come off with a perforation, so it can easily be detached. What I'm doing right now, okay? Each sheet can be detached with total ease in such a way that yours is that you keep it, a copy, or with the original, and your client keeps another of the sheets. And in some cases, a second copy can go. So that, for example, the warehouse people, the archive people keep it. More characteristic of a ledger, it can be in duplicate or triplicate. Duplicate means there's an original and 1 copy, and triplicate means there's an original and 3 copies. What more can I tell you? It can be printed in full color, or it can be printed in grayscale, like this one I showed you first, which is one of our samples. Is it? This is in grayscale. We also call it black and white. But if you notice, it's in grayscale. It can also be printed in a single ink. For example, this one in blue ink. Alright? It can be printed in red ink. It can be numbered, of course. They can also be made whatever size you need. If you tell us, look, I need mine from 10 by 12.5, then we do it from 10 by 12.5. What else can we do? They usually come stapled, as I already showed you, with the wraparound flap. There are some cases you can request it, for instance, with a spiral binding. This one is immobilized. For example, ask us for an original notebook and a copy, and it comes with a spiral because it's more comfortable. We, being manufacturers, can make it in the size, shape, and finish you need. Important, The ticket books I've mentioned are ticket books, for example, for delivery notes, quotations, invoices, have work parts or technical service, but it can also be made as any type of schedule. For example, for example, a booklet of drink tickets. Drink tickets, as we know, are the typical tickets that are handed out. Alright? One part stays in the cash register and the other part goes to the customer for a drink. I already know about it at a village party, in a fair, in a park, a nightclub, or whatever, okay? Drink tickets can be made in different colors, like this, for example, that I have here, this purple one, and the light green, the yellow, blue. We have at least 8 different colors to make your drink ticket paper. They can be numbered as all the booklets can be numbered. They can be numbered or not. Usually, consumable tickets in this case have dotted lines, so they can be detached very, very easily, right? And there was always enjoyment. The original, the customer, and the copy, our customer's customer, to be redundant. This here about consumption can also be done in black and white, which also turns out to be more economical. And of course, in this case, they are numbered, as you can see. Okay? The standard size for a drink ticket tends to be this, 10 by 5. But we can, as needed, the line can be moved or not to wherever you want, no problem at all. What else? Notepad blocks can also be done. They're pretty handy. It's important, of course, to say that the pages, being a notepad, come off very, but very easily. Okay, they're glued here at this bottom part, and how easily it is explained. It is very simple, since what is needed is for the leaves to come off easily. Also booklets, for example, for bottles in some cases, or to mark any type of merchandise. In this case, for example, these are from a bottle. They belong to a nightclub, for example. And what they do is make booklets of stickers. This is actually a sticker where part of it goes to our client and the other part is stuck on a bottle. There is, alright? We can make the notepad in any way you like, with any color, any ink, numbered or not, with or without perforation. With a slit, basically, the only thing we can do is make it waterproof. And that's it. I assure you that if you challenge us, we'll make it happen. Because at Birds and Printing, we do everything you may need. If you have any questions, call us at the usual number, send us an email, send us a WhatsApp message, visit our website. Whatever you need, we're here for you. The whole team is ready to respond to any situation. Inquiry, Lara, Sandra, Mariela, Ivan, myself, we can help you out. With no strings attached, we can send you a quote for what you might need. Just so you know, ABC Printing is here to serve you and offer you solutions to everything you might need. See you in the next video and thanks for listening. Bye-bye.